And let's go to what EAs, which is enrolled agent, defines by the IRS. The IRS terms that we say enrolled agent is a person who has earned the privilege of representing taxpayers before the Internal Revenue Service. Enrolled agents like attorneys and certified public accountants are generally unrestricted as to which taxpayers they can represent, what types of tax matters they can handle, and which IRS offices they can represent clients before. What does that mean is privilege is the EA is the tax specialist and tax advisor who can help all levels of clients. We were just mentioned about individuals and partnership and incorporation, even for the non-for-profit organizations. And since it is very unrestricted to taxpayers, which means since IRS is the federal government and this EA is certified by the federal government agency, they represent all 50 different states. We will go over later on for what would be the difference between with the CPA and then EA later on this presentation. So first of all, we will go over the application overview, which for the qualification of who can take the EA examination first. So let's go to application overview first for the qualification, which we call it PTIN, which is Personal Tax Identification Number. To get this PTIN number, and I said no education or degree. For here, for someone who tried to get an EA, there's no education background or any degree you need to require, which means you don't need to go to get a degree to go to college or university, spending 4 years and then spending lots of money for that. So anyone who wants to take the EA examination, you only need to get PTIN number, which nowadays most of PTIN number needs to get through for IRS website, which I addressed here. So you can refer to this website. And also for the passing score of this EA examination would be 100 questions, but they only count for 85 questions only. 15 questions would be only for the experimental questions. They won't count it. But on the exam, you would not know which 15 questions would be the experimental questions. So once you see the questions that you never saw it before, then would be, you think about it automatically, it's going to be experimental questions, so you don't care for that much. And you have to get the passing score of 105 out of a total of 130, which means about 70 to 75% is the passing score to get an EA. Exam place would be anywhere in the US, would be a computer-based center. Then you will take the exam with the computer-based. But for the internationally, for this exam place, we will go over more detail later on for this slides. The examination cycle would be any period from May 1st through current year to the February of next year. And when you schedule the examination, it would be every day, and then also sometimes Saturday and Sundays of weekends, and then some locations provide the evening examination as well. For internationally, it used to be same exam cycle by the US, but now since 2020, they changed the exam schedule and exam cycle of August 20 and November and then February. So for the location for international exam would be only for the Korea and Japan and Canada and England and then India. And for the detail of the exam dates would be I listed up here. So you could refer these dates. And then also we will give you the details of website link for next slide. So when you schedule for this exam location and exam dates and then all other information, you could go to this prometriccenter.com and SEE, which we call this examination as a specialized in-note exam. So which we call also SEE. So SEE is the automatically you think about the in-note examination, in-note Asian examination for that. So Prometric Center is the website of the prometric.com. And once you go in there and you will get the PTIN number, then you also create an account for the schedule and then pay the fee and then select the location. So PTIN number goes to, I already mentioned for PTIN, which is a previous slide, that it's IRS site. And once you go into this prometriccenter.com, then getting an ID, well, create an account and getting an ID, and then you select the location, and then also you select the availability of the exam schedule. And then you pay the fee about $182, and then they will give you a confirmation. Then if something happens later on, then you won't take an exam or you cancel the exam, you can cancel it anytime without any charge. But it's only 30 days before.